Welcome to my daily report market videos with me, Richard Perry, market analyst at Hantec, on Thursday the 16th of May. There is a relatively subdued market outlook today. There's a little bit of risk off actually coming through the market, nothing too significant. And what we've seen in the last 24 hours is this continuation really of the US-China trade dispute. Seemingly the noises out of the Chinese media have just been a little bit more belligerent, really, a little bit more defensive about the situation, and saying that they're in for the long haul. And it seems as though that they're not going to be giving in anytime soon, and that has sort of taken a little bit of the edge off markets, which had taken a slightly positive turn actually yesterday from the news that Donald Trump's US administration were to be delaying the autos tariffs that it was set to impose by another 6 months. The delays in order to continue negotiations with counterparties, and that improved the outlook for the DAX certainly, and you can see it on my chart of the day in a bit. But DAX had a big jump yesterday. We also saw the euro gaining a bit of ground as well. That sort of has to an extent continued today for the euro, but DAX has slipped back as the markets have just taken a little bit of a sheen off yesterday's move. We've seen Treasury yields which continue to fall. That comes through on the 10-year and the 2-year, and not only that, you can see that the 3-month 10-year spread is now decisively negative by 6 basis points. So it is continuing to suggest that there are moves in US markets which would suggest that the economy is not as strong necessarily as it perhaps is made out to be. So what we've seen today is a fairly sort of consolidated, slightly risk negative view of markets. So in terms of data points today, we're just basically waiting out for the US data. It's a little bit of lower tier data. We've got the building permits and housing starts today. Let me show you where they come in. Building permits and housing starts at 1:30. Expected to slightly improve on the building permits and slightly improve on the housing starts. We're also looking out for the Philly Fed business index, and that's at 1:30, expected to improve to +9 from +8.5. And also weekly jobless claims 220 down from 228 would be a reasonably positive look. So you've got slightly risk negative view on markets today, but nothing really doing in terms of direction, as the market's showing a broad consolidation across the, let me show you, across the Forex majors. A little bit of yen outperformance and a little bit of Aussie underperformance. Aussie just shading a little bit lower in the back of unemployment data, which was a little bit mixed in Australia overnight. So my chart today, as I said, was the DAX. Now this is a really interesting chart, I think, because on a medium to longer term basis we're still in this recovery uptrend mode. We've retreated to the uptrend. We found support at the breakout level. 11,865 was a long-term pivot line that held as support. We had a bullish engulfing candle, big bullish engulfing candle yesterday, which is a really strong near-term signal. That came as the RSI has picked up again from the low 40s. Stochastics have crossed higher, similarly to what we saw in March. And this could be a retreat that gets bought into now. You've got the 55-day moving average, again a basis of support as well, having been a fairly good gauge actually in recent months. Finding that as a basis of support and pulling high, you'd say that this is a really interesting buying opportunity. Now, the caveat to that would be, is this actually forming into a head and shoulders top pattern? That would be the worry if the market started to drift lower again. 11,865 is becoming an increasingly important support area, so therefore. But today we're seeing a little bit of move lower. However, that is just come back to the support of the initial breakout level. Put my pivot line here at 1220. Again, basis of support around that level coming in, and that's positive. You've also got the MACD lines, bull kiss before moving high. You've got the RSI, highest it's been for over, what's that, 5, 6, 7, 8 days. So it's an important move, and that's ever since the corrective move has been in place. So it's an important improvement that we've seen in the DAX overnight, and it looks like it's sort of set the bulls back on a more positive path again. But can they continue that move? You'd say a move above 12,140, which was that first real reaction high in the sell-off. A move above that would start to change the trend on a near-term basis, and really would start to improve the outlook within this uptrend channel. So it's a good positive move, but the bulls need to continue the move and obviously continue to protect that 11,865 level of support. So with that in mind, I wish you good luck in your trading today, and I'll speak to you later.